Welcome back to the channel. Today's episode is dealing with disappointments. Dealing with disappointments. Hold up. Oh, hang on. Oh, yeah, it's like a little standoff here. Yeah, this is the way they were all walking at it was empty a second ago. Anyway, so today's episode is dealing with disappointments. Man, do I got a story for you. Actually, I got 3 stories at my job recently that are really fucking funny. I'm going to give a little explanation real quick. So at my job, I work dealing with chickens. You know, we kill chicken. It's a slaughterhouse. We process a chicken. So got a chicken, we cut off its wings, we take its chicken breast, we take every piece you can imagine, and they go through gigantic fucking machines on conveyor belts and all kinds of shit. So you're basically in this big, huge building, and if you look above your head, there will be thousands of chicken carcasses being hauled on hooks, hanging by their feet, and they're just above your head, and there's liquids and water dripping on you all fucking day. And in my section, there's a ping pong table. It's like a ping pong table with conveyor belts. So you're standing right here, and there's like the part of the ping pong table where you're bouncing over the wall. Well, there's a wall right here, and between me and the other guy right there, there's about an arm's reach. And so there's a person on your left and right. I'm sitting in the middle. So I'm sitting here in the middle. This is a few days ago. It was really trippy because this chick across from me there was a story earlier. I'm going to try to fast forward all this shit and get to the dealing with disappointments part. But I got to tell these 2 first real quick. So the other day, I was at this table, and what you do is you take chicken breast and you're doing this. Looking down, there's a wall here, right about here, and you're sitting there and sometimes you take a piece of meat and you throw it on the other side of their table. So there's 3 people and 3 people sitting right here just doing that shit all day, just grabbing meat, putting them in pockets, sliding them in. And once in a while, there's so much meat is coming through, you just got this mounds of meat, and you got to keep pushing it back, and it just gets worse and worse, because every second you're pushing back all this meat, hundreds of pounds of meat. You should be putting them in the pockets to get rid of them, but because you're pushing it back, it's just getting bigger. So in the beginning, if there isn't a problem, it's good. So that basically I'm saying is, let's say you're on a table with 2 other motherfuckers, and one of them stops working, and the mound of meat just starts to get bigger. You're like, dude, it's better to get to work now than, if you walk in, you just came back from break, or you just took a bathroom break, and there's a big mountain of meat. It's like, because you gotta push this bitch and then pocket, and push this bitch and pocket. Normally, if you were to just not have that mound of meat and everything was still going the same way, like you just took it all and moved it away, like you threw it onto the goddamn floor and didn't have to deal with it, no problem. You just sit there and pocket. And you won't have to go as fast because you don't have to fucking push back a mountain of meat. You just miss 10 pockets. Oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting here, and this chick is new, and she just decides to stop working, just like to stare off into space for a minute. And I'm like, yo, chicken do, what the fuck? So anyway, so fast forward the next day. So she attacked me. Not spiritually like that. She didn't really attack me, but there was a karmatic moment. And then the next day, I'm on the opposite side of her, and in this factory, by the way, there's slides above your head, metal slides that hold box lids and box tops. So big old box tops, I can't make the full thing, but you get what I'm saying. Big old box top, and they slide down this slide. Well, once in a while they get stuck in shit and they fall out and fly out and they hit you. And, it's a box top, so it's not that big of a deal. But it's really trippy because there's this girl on the right of me, and I know she saw this, but when you don't believe in this shit, even when you see it, you just don't see it. You'll watch people not see a fucking... It's like watching a car wreck into a building, and people just... I swear to God, I live this life. I'm like, dude! Anyway. So, I'm sitting here on this table, and she throws a piece of meat over the other side, like I just described, and it lands on my arm. And I thought, she just touched me with something. Ergo, I can do the same back. So I didn't know what was going to happen, but I felt it and I activated it. And when you move your body, you feel good by moving your body, changing your thoughts, But moving your body is a very big piece. You're an antenna, so you should, Anyway, so I get this piece of meat and I take it off my arm and I throw it in the pocket and I lift my hands up and I go like this. And within 1 second of me doing that, looking down, a box, which might fall every 4 hours, one might fall every 4 or 5 fucking hours. You're not guaranteed to get hit by it, but it lands right on her fucking head. And she was the only one out of 6 people without a helmet. So, helmet, no helmet. And the bitch next to me saw the whole thing, but she was just back to work. You couldn't handle it. That happened. Oh, and then yesterday, was it 6:06? Yeah, I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. I got water in my eye, and a piece of chicken hit the floor on an elevated surface, so the liquid on the ground was elevated. Therefore, when it hit, it splashed and hit me in the eyes because it was, this height. And it was like salt water, like a salty water. So it burned. So I asked for where the eye wash station was. And when we found it, I washed my eyes out. I've never used an eye wash station. That same day, there was this dude who's throwing bad vibes at me. He's the only guy to ever throw bad vibes at me. And there was a moment where he threw a piece of chicken in a container I was holding, and it splashed up and almost hit me, like it hit right here, where it like kind of hit me in the eye, but it didn't. And he goes, "Oh, dude, I'm sorry." But he still did it. And so within 1 minute or less of that moment, he was spraying a hose, and the handle broke off, and the hose that he was holding, he just so happened to be holding the hose as well. And so he's got the spray gun and the hose, and it breaks off from the bottom of the thing, so it's just doing that shit, when a hose got so much pressure, and it splashed up and splashed him right in the eye. So I literally watched as this guy who fucked with me got karma, and I watched as this girl who fucked with me got karma. And it was really cool. So, do that to me, get hit in the head with a box. Do that to me, get sprayed in the fucking eye with high water pressure. I'm talking about some, it probably hurt. Right in his fucking face. Ha! Asshat. So that was cool. But dealing with disappointment, now the story of today. So today I was placed on the highest point in the whole factory. I can overlook everybody. I'm on like a catwalk. And I got all this meat going into things and going up things and all this shit. And there's this metal hook I have. It's a long metal wire with a hook, and it's a thick wire. I shouldn't even say wire. It's thick. It's like 3 times thicker than this shit. And solid metal, you can't really bend. You can bend it if solid as shit. And I take it, and I'm supposed to scrape underneath this conveyor belt. Well, I accidentally was scraping, and I turned the hook too high up, and it caught up into the machine, and it dragged it, and it ripped the fucking conveyor belt. And it's just like one of those, holy shit. And so I ran over to the stop button, and I clicked it, and nothing happened because it doesn't work. I'm like, of course. And so I go down there, and I ask for help, and all it was good. And then the green hats come in. Those are the maintenance guys. Well, a good amount of them are Mexican. They don't speak English. So the one dude who trained me comes up, and he's like, just disappointed. Like, he's got that total disappointment vibe. You know what I'm talking about. You've dealt with this. I know you've dealt with this. Parents and family members, parents, teachers, all of it. And I have a really important topic on the thing to say about disappointment. But to finish the story, the point is I fucked it up, and I maintained my positive attitude. Though I'm 100% responsible for fucking up this machine, I'm not going to feel bad for you trying to make me feel bad. Like, oh, this is there's no such thing as accidents. But, he was like, oh, disappointment. And then a guy named Alvarez came by, and he was like, talking to the dude, and looked at me like, this guy, and I'm like, yeah, I fucked it up. Hurry up and talk shit. Get your laughs out. And he walked up and was like, I laughed and gave me physical contact, which is a very big energy trade. You never get that. Nowadays, that's another reason why with COVID is they can't read facial expressions, your mask covered, emotional exchange is gone. If I walk up with a face mask, Yeah, you don't know what I'm doing under here. Point is, there's an emotional energy exchange. Now you got your face covered. You're not picking up on what the other person's putting down now. That sucks. You can't get within 6 feet of people. Well, your fucking aura is about that big, so now you don't got energy exchange like that. You need that. You need that. So it was really cool to have a little moment like that, little pat on the back and all that. And that's beautiful. So I just made up tenfold. I have one more story like this similarly. When I was truck driving, I picked up these 2 Native Americans with beer and everything, and I gave them a free ride. It was all perfect. And it played out to where after I dropped them off, I went back to the Swift terminal out in New Mexico, of course. And I fucking got the heaviest load I could get, and I backed up, and I thought it all clicked in, but it didn't. I didn't actually click it in. It's called the fifth wheel, and or I think that's what they call it. It's a nickname for it, is the fifth wheel. And it's the locking mechanism that slides underneath the trailer and hooks it. Anyway, so that never actually hooked, but it was so heavy, I thought it did. And when I pulled out, I took a turn with it. I was about to leave the Swift terminal, and I looked behind me, and my entire trailer is to the side and angled over, about to fall over. So I hit the brakes, and it slams into the back of my 18-wheeler, and all the plastic and shit on the left side explodes, and I got my left arm and everything out this fucking window, and all this plastic, which would be like the acid of my vehicle, explodes past me. Doesn't touch my arm or face or anything. I mean, I'm watching it all into the mirror that would be right there. You know what I'm saying? So, and I just, boom, and nothing happened. I didn't get hit, but my trailer was leaning, fully loaded, so dangerous as shit, on its side, fucking fully loaded, like maxed out weight that I could even haul. And everybody started getting out of their chalks and was like, oh no, and all. And I kept laughing and enjoying myself. Look at that. Look at the alarm. Hear the alarm? Fire truck. That's funny. Fire truck. I never see those. Those are what it looks like, I guess. I guess it's a fire truck. Anyway, good. I was hoping I didn't fucking pause it. 12:34. Make a wish. Taking steps. But anyway, no. So I wrecked that, and everybody came by, and the truth is, that was the day I realized I needed to quit trucking, because I looked at my truck and I realized it wasn't so beautiful. But for that whole day, everybody was out to get me. Even the maintenance guys that worked on my 18-wheeler, or the auto technician, they were like, man, it's a brand new 2021 truck. This is back in 2020. So it was, they named the next year truck or whatever out. So I had a brand new 2020 truck, and they tried to make me feel bad for fucking it up, because it was a 2021 truck in the year 2020. And they tried to make me feel so bad about it, and I refused. But I mean, they really did. They really tried. And I bet you if you fucked up a $200,000 18-wheeler, I never got a wreck or anything on my record, because it didn't play out that way. I mean, first off, how do you reckon to yourself, you know? How do you reckon to your own self? Well, I achieved it. But the point is, my conversation, this whole topic, and that fire truck, if you look, I knew it had something to do. If you look way out there, you see this? Oh, can I zoom? Can't zoom in or out in this mode. There's a truck right there. That's where that fire truck pulled behind. So it has something to do with an 18-wheeler in an emergency mode. Nobody believes me. This is some bullshit, because nobody ever believes me about my manifestations when I'm talking. Mercury and Taurus, dude. That means I'm speaking and Earth fucks up, or Earth's moving. You stay. Yeah, if you were to look. Fuck it. Buddy, come on. Watch my dog get out. Come on. Look at that trained dog. He's so cool. He's so cute. But now, if you look, see, I'm telling a story, and all I see is a fire truck. I hear the sounds, and I know that this has something to do with it. And at a church, I mean, the interstate's that way. Why the fuck is there an 18-wheeler pulled over at a church? You know, how many videos do I have to make where I get proof of shit? You know what I'm saying? How many videos do I have to make? If you look back at any of my videos, I got video proof of shit you wouldn't believe, and I got it, but you won't. And it's funny because when the proof is in the video, it gets the least amount of views because you can't believe it. So I got an ambulance, a truck, and if I walk over here, there's more. You know, when you really understand what I'm talking about in life, when you manifest something. You're like, but this is a truck, or this is an already made situation. It had nothing to do with me. No, if you walk up and count every nut on that truck, it'll be the same amount of nuts of days that you lived. Like, there's things like that, all encoded into it. The guy who drives the truck's name's probably your dad's name, you know? Shit like that. That's how cool it is. I really enjoy it. But ain't that trippy? There's a fucking truck. Look, 2 people wearing shirts. My favorite color is blue and yellow. See? Blue and yellow, way out there. Favorite fucking colors, blue and yellow. That's what they're wearing. I don't know what's going on with it. They're about to open up the tray. Yeah, they just opened up the ass end. Oh, it's smoking. I can see the tire or something smoking. Truck's on fire. See? I just told you I had an incident at my job where things were fucking up and they were trying to make me feel disappointed. I was just describing how I was at a job and the energy of them trying to make me feel disappointed. That reminded me of that time I was trucking. So I said that just now. And then I look over here and here's this guy with his 18-wheeler. I bet you the dude who drives it is that black dude with the red pants and the white t-shirt. Ironically, the same color scheme as the fire truck he's standing. Sounds like it was meant to be. The Hub Group. Yeah. Well, I'm going to let that be because I want to tell the rest of my disappointment story. But that's the best I can do. I tell you a story and I got a manifestation about it. I'm really getting sick. I'm sick and tired of this shit. I can't wait for the day where I can be on. I want to go somewhere and fucking. I can do this anywhere, you know? So it's just. Anyway, so. What happens when someone's disappointed or you're disappointed in yourself? If you're disappointed in yourself or somebody else is disappointed in you, first off, nobody can make you feel any type of way. So if somebody is disappointed in you, the dark side of the goal is to get you to be disappointed in yourself. You know, I might have fucked up the machine or wrecked my 18-wheeler. I'm not going to feel disappointed. I just helped 2 Native Americans home. And within an hour, I wrecked my truck. But why? Well, that made me realize I need to quit trucking. And then later, I was at a truck stop that I had a trucking story at in New Mexico. And that's when I hopped over Native American territory and there was 2 white people. I pick up 2 Native Americans drinking beer. One of them named Patrick. You could tell they were Native American, but his name was Patrick. And they were like white acting, drinking like Bud Light. And they were like white trash Native Americans. And then I hop over Native American territory to meet 2 white people. What the fuck? What are you doing living on this territory? You know what I'm saying? Isn't it interesting? But no, anyway, so somebody's disappointed in you. Bro, take it from me. I've had nothing but my entire family be disappointed in me. Entire family. The whole time. Disappointment after disappointment. I gotta walk past this car right here, so I might have a little interruption. But no, my point is disappointment. Okay, fine. Disappointed. Oh no. Come here. Come on. You're messing up my video. Just kidding. But no, energy. Yeah, get out of here, car. When it comes down to being disappointed or people, first off, you're supposed to already have programmed in your mindset, 1919, that no matter what's happening outside of you, that is nothing to take information from. If I get a date, congrats. The girl says, you got a small dick, I'll never fuck you. Congrats. If you go to prom, you don't go to prom. You get the car, you don't get the car. The car blows up. You know, whatever the fuck event, hey, come on. Whatever event happens, you don't take that as good or bad. The only way you just look at what happens. You know, you get in a wreck, you don't know why you gotten into this wreck. I don't know why my trailer just hit the back of my truck. I just helped out 2 fucking people. Could you imagine being a truck driver and then you pick up 2 Native Americans with beer in your truck? If you get pulled over, you know, come on, get in the car. You know how much trouble you can get? You know how much trouble I could have got in if I would have fucking got caught with that beer and 2 passengers that aren't consented to be in my 18-wheeler? Dude, I might have got prison time. I could have got jail or prison time, you know, just for having beer in the truck. You understand? So I took that risk, and then I get in a wreck. Oh, just, you know, I should feel bad. Nope. I know this is the right thing that was meant to happen. Well, that can't be, Dyer. Why is that? Because this guy's going to walk up, and he's going to be like, you just wrecked this truck. Brand new truck too, dude. What the fuck? Brand new truck. Tom comes up next to him. He's like, God damn. He says it too. I got 4 or 5 of these fuckers all. Guess what? You cunts all came here today to dis and down me. And I'm going to take what you got energetically. Eat it. Eat dick. Get on your knees. Eat my fucking dick. Suck it. Laugh. You didn't have to be crazy. I was laughing my ass off today when I fucked that machine up, and it all played out pretty nice anyway. And I don't have to wait. That's what I'm talking about. You don't wait. See how I manifest? Like I got proof? That's because I never, ever looked outside of myself when I was mastering. I fucked up. When I do it, like, see that? 2134. If I try to use that as an indicator of whether I'm on point or off point, no. That is not an indicator. Everything around you is everything around you is an indicator of what you are vibrating, but you don't look outside of yourself to dictate whether this is good or bad. You look at it and then you ask, how do I feel about it? And that'll be the indicator of whether this is good or bad. When I fucked up the machine today, I felt good. I was like, oh shit. Therefore, in 15 seconds, when somebody else comes up and goes, this is bad, I go, for you, not for me. But how can it be? You didn't help anybody. You fucked up the machine. You had one job. The 18-wheeler broke itself. It's a brand new truck. Like, da-da-da, 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 da-da-da. I get it. You want me to feel disappointed. Well, if I feel disappointed, then that means I'm going to have to deal with this energy again, and it'll manifest worse. As in, I did just say, don't look at the physical manifestation as an indicator of whether you're on track or off track. But the good news is, when you're always on track, which is verified by what? How do you feel? So if, let's say you're feeling good all day long, well, guess what? Tomorrow there'll be fuck-ups. The next day it'll be great. The next day there'll be fuck-ups. There are fuck-ups and good things and fuck-ups and good things, but you are staying good you are feeling good the whole time. And Dyer's a liar. He said if you feel good all the time, everything works out. You don't know if this is a good or bad thing because you're not that smart. You're not that aware. Did you know I've just told the story of the Native American? There's yeah. If you were to look, that's actually an employee at my job. So it all intertwines. They have a hang on, let me walk up and show you. Probably they don't hate me for doing this, but I mean the fact that I do work with them. How's it going? But anyway, yeah. See, just told you, Native American. Ain't I talking about a Native American story? And then yeah, exactly. But I don't use that as see, what am I doing right now? I'm feeling good. Right, I'm enjoying myself. It's a show. Oh my God. There's a car pulled up. It's my story. Oh my God, I won $1 million. Oh my God, I broke a machine. People look at you nuts because you're happy about everything. But what they don't get is even though they can, like I just described about how the box fell on top of the girl's head, a chick was right there, watched the whole thing, and she just can't fucking see it. Box hits her on the head. What the fuck? How can't you see? I move my hands and a box hit her in the head. It's just because you can't believe that you can control reality. You just see things that happen at the same time. Okay. Like, what do I gotta do? Like, levitate a ball and throw it to the right? I mean, shit like that is less than the amazing things I pulled. I just manifested an entire 18-wheeler and a fucking physical car, ambulance, and a fire truck. I don't know what else to tell you. Anyway, so point is, if you're dealing with disappointments and you're dealing with people, guess what? This isn't, you may think this is a disappointment. That's the problem. You decided to feel disappointed. If someone's disappointed in you, all they're trying to do is get you to vibe with them. Oh, you're over here happy as fuck. Oh, I fucked up too. Oh, good. Now we're tripling out the negative bullshit power, which is weaker than positive vibes, but I mean, you're still amplifying the more times you get groups of people together. So that's why when bad things happen, people get up together and go, what happened? What's going on? Because they're energetically, there's a reason why they're doing that. So use it. Be all happy about it. And when they all sit there and disagree with you, just know that you going, this is the best thing ever, and this 50 fucking thousand, it doesn't matter how many people are disagreeing with you, they can eat dick. Made evidence by every single fucking famous person. Whether people agree with them or don't agree with them, Tiger Woods is going to lose this game or not lose it, doesn't matter. They keep fucking trucking, and they keep working, and they keep moving, and they keep succeeding. You know how much money Bruce Willis probably has? I don't fucking know. I have no clue. You know how many people are like this? They don't give a shit. If somebody else try to tell, it's not, affecting them because they choose to. So, dealing with disappointment, first and foremost, I feel you. I have been the biggest disappointment in my family's life, my whole life. My whole life has been just a big, my dad, disappointment. I remember this time, he got me hooked on meth, and I'm living in your house, and I'm coming down off all this shit, and then I move over to this other kid's house, and I watched as my dad started to bond with this other guy who's blonde-haired just like me, and he was built better, and he could fix cars, and he had the girl that I wanted, and he was fucking her, and my dad's all like, you're my new son. I literally went through shit like that my whole life, where it's like, oh, got you, so he's the better version of me, and he's fucking the girl I wish I was fucking, and I'm living in your house like a fucking lost puppy. That's great. That's good. Happy to see he's, I've dealt with it the whole time. I don't want to fucking hear it. I wasn't anybody say, nope, got my sister graduating college. Oh, she was Cat in the Hat in the show, the show, the fucking stage where you go on stage, and you go in school and you're on theater. Sorry, when you're in drama class and shit, you get to be on stage, and I wasn't confident at all. I couldn't, I was so beat down from all this mental bullshit my family decided to put into my goddamn head. And emotional turmoil, thanks, appreciate all the generational curses backed up and piled onto me, appreciate that. But no, what I really appreciate was the fact that you gave her all the glory and me all the shit. I know, seriously, she was literally Cat in the Hat in the Cat in the Hat show. She graduated, top of her class. I'm homeless. I made $10,000 in the stock market. You want to take it and give it to her while I'm homeless? Damn. And the funny thing is, eventually, it's going to play out to, I'm not even going to say that. I already know, but wait. Just wait. If there's anything I know in my life is wait. Because I know that it's all going to work out amazingly. I got nothing but evidence. So every time bitch fucking stops the line, box hit, fuck with me. It was funny because every day when a box fell, I would laugh. Every time a box fell for the last month that I've been working at this shop, I would laugh. AKA, what is Dyer doing? Well, he's focusing on those boxes and he's laughing. So would it surprise me that later on an event would happen due to the energy I put out on similar topics and with this feeling? So when that event happened and I moved my hands and a box hits you on the head and you're the only one without a helmet. Like, I know a box can't do any damage, but you're the only one without a helmet and I get a box to land on your head. Serves you right. How does it make me feel? Like laughing my ass off, 29. That's the point. See how the event played out? I didn't know what the fuck was going to happen, but I know what I put out was only good vibes. Therefore, it has to be something that makes me feel that way again. Wouldn't that mean that life have to be very elaborate to accommodate the fact that I'm an intricate being that has particular taste? Therefore, God has to have his own sense of humor in order to... Yeah, I just told you, you manifest your entire reality. Your God, you, your higher self, is up there going, this will get him. Because he knows you, or you know you. You know you. So if you put out bad vibes all day, don't worry, you know you. I should say, do worry, because you know you, it's going to be brutal. Because you keep putting out shit vibes. It's going to be brutal. Trust me. Whatever bad thing happens that you've been putting out energetically, it'll get you. You could be like, nope, it can't. You know why? Because I'm stupidly happy being stupidly homeless. I don't care. I don't even need a meal or anything. You'll be da-da-da-da-da. Nope. You'll walk down the street and it'll be something stupid like a guy, and this happened to me walking down right there where I'm looking. A dude drove in a truck, and you know how trucks got exhausts and they just shit out black clouds? Well, the motherfucker right past me and a big old black cloud covered me. You know, but it'll be some shit like that where you're a bitch. You know, I want to say you're a bitch, but you drove past already. You got me and you left in such speed I can't do anything about it. You know, but it'll be something that'll get you right in the craw. Right in your craw. I hate saying that. I love saying that. I hate saying that. Got me right in my craw. What is that? I don't want to know. I already know what it is. Can't believe I manifested that truck just now. Perfect. Anyway, dealing with Odyssey fire protection. Whoa, Odyssey. That's fire, bro. Alright, how to end this. Yeah, I am going to go take my dog for a walk. I'm going to smoke a little weed. I want to quit smoking weed. I don't like weed. It lowers my vibration down to a point where I can feel fear and anxiety again. So I'm not going to be a stoner forever, though there was times it was needed. I do believe there is times you need to be. You could be high vibe all the time. I'm not going to say you should be a low. Like, I don't believe in my life right now I need to smoke pot. Right now. I don't feel it. But I am smoking pot. And I could choose to look at it as a good thing. And, you know, if I'm doing that, should I be disappointed in smoking? No. Did you not get what I just said? You're supposed to feel good all day. So I'm going to smoke some pot. Even though I don't really like the anxiety and the fact that I eat food to the point where my stomach hurts all day and I got to shit and piss all day while I'm working. I have to go on extra breaks just to do it. Like, my body's all sorts of fucked up from eating candy and junk food when I was eating fruits and vegetables and just drinking water all day. Then this happens, 3241. But, you know, I'm not disappointed in myself or anything. That's the point. I don't give a fuck what the fuck's happening. You're not gonna, like, you know, I almost got in a fight today. I mean, not really, but some big black dude was like, no offense to it, but he's bigger than me. And to be honest with you, I used to be afraid of black people due to the racial programming in my head. Nowadays, I don't give two shits whether I live or die or win or lose. Therefore, why would I give a fuck that you're black and whether or not, you know, if I don't care if I win or lose the fight, it really clears, you know, that's what fear is. Fear is just an illusion. So when you eliminate fears, you can see through the blocks. And, you know, and now I look at, no offense, black people, and I see a lot of what they do is, you know, like the way they be talking and shit sounds intimidating. But since I don't care whether I win or lose the fight, 3339, I don't give a shit. Look at that. Perfect. I don't give a fuck, dude. So when the guy was like, you know, he was like, what was it, a bucket or something? He's like, yo, get the bucket. What the fuck? Get the bucket. No, the bucket. And like, I get the bucket. He's like, shh. You know, like, every move I make is the wrong move. What are you doing? And like, give me that. And just let me do it myself. Energy and all that shit. So it was already hitting me. They're already doing that. No problem. Suck dick. You know? That's what you can do. So I had no problem. Like, I don't remember what I said, but I didn't care. So I said exactly how I felt right back. He was like, what? And I'm all like, deuce, like, I don't care. So talk shit, I can beat you at that. Whether, I know I can, because I just don't care. Therefore, it plays out to where now you're thinking about whether we're going to fight, or whether you're going to lose your job, or whether this, or whether that, or oh my, oh my, oh my. Guess what? If you fought me and you lost the job, it was meant to happen. And if you think, well, I wasn't feeling good when I did that, guess what? You can change how you feel right fucking now. So the secret is, let's say you do get in a fight right now. Fuck. Well, I wasn't feeling good. I got upset and I lost my cool and I punched the guy in the face and now I gotta go to court. Good news. What are you talking about? See, that's the thing. You fell for it. You fell for it. You just fell for the outside of you illusion. And you got convinced that this is a bad thing. You can change how you feel at any time, dumbass. When's court? 3 weeks away? Perfect. How's that perfect? You have 3 weeks to sit here and feel good, go to the park, enjoy yourself. You go home, your whole family's like, you're never going to make it out of prison. You're just going to be just like your dad. Oh, I can't tell you how many times I heard that one from my mom. You're just like your father. You know what she's really saying? Vibrate like this, vibrate like this, vibrate like this. I'm not going to vibrate like that. You can keep talking. I am not being into what you want. I'm disappointed. Become a disappointment. You're going to end up like your father. Become like your father. Interesting, coming from the same bitch that hooked me up on Adderall when I was a kid, and then, oh, you shouldn't have got hooked on meth by your dad. Bitch, you gave me meth in a pill when I was even younger. I ended up a drug addict, and you're surprised? Why? You fucking hand-fed me hard drugs. Adderall's a hard drug, all right? You should have gave me beer to drink and shit at 8. That would have been a lot better than hooking me on pills like that. Shit that make you stay up all day and be twacked out at school. Yeah, congrats. His scores. Man, his grades are going up. I bet they are when you're on meth. Yeah, no, fuck you. So, dealing with disappointments, there's no such thing. I don't care what. That's the point. You're supposed to be stupidly happy all day. Go take a walk. Go jump on a trampoline. Eat healthy. If you're eating healthy and you're taking walks and you know who do you listen to, people that have what you want, you fucked up the machine. Well, if I listen to you, I'll feel bad. First and foremost, I should feel good all the time. Who do I listen to? Not you. Oh, you're still talking. Who do I listen to? Not you. Now you're screaming at me. You're pointing and screaming at the fucked up truck I just wrecked. Not gonna listen to you at all. As in, I don't give a shit. Ha ha ha. This is that moment where you grab him by the cheeks and you look him in the eye and go, ha ha ha. If you ever seen Army of Darkness, there's a scene where that dude, he's supposed to get thrown into the pit, and the guy with the chains on the shotgun's like, let him go! And the dude walks up to one of the guys who's gonna throw him in the pit, the other king, and he just grabs him by the face and goes, ha ha ha, and laughs, and then he runs off, and it's so great. I love that scene. Because I would too, if you're about to die, and then you're like, everything changes, and you just got out of nowhere, struck by lightning lucky, and you're alive, and you're just like, you look into the eyes of your enemy, and you grab him by the cheeks, and you're like, ha 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 ha, that's what you should be doing. Fuck you. You don't care about you're trying to make me feel bad over fucking physical material. You want me to feel bad over anything physically? I'm an earth sign out of everybody. Trust me. This was the hardest lesson for me. Taurus rules things. I even look at people as things. Why? Because we care about things so much that even though at no point do we ever see people as not a thing, we can value them. Taurus rules values. And it's ruled by love. So we really love our stuff. You know this water bottle? I love it. It says Zulu, but I read it as you lose. Backwards. And it has an unscrewable bottom for like cleaning. You can unscrew the bottom and, I'm a little fool there, and put some ice in it and shit and clean it. It's like a well-designed water bottle. I love it. Like, it's almost sexual, just touching it. It's awesome. I love it. Oh. It's fucking beautiful. Like, it's just a well-designed water bottle. I love it. Very much so. But I don't give a fuck enough about anything. That, I've given up my car and all of my possessions and my fucking life. I gave up my life to save another human being. And the good news is, it all played out to where I ended up not having to get rid of the car ended up being gone, but everything in it I got to keep. And I gave away the car for free to somebody, and then the next day they got in a head-on collision in their truck, and guess what they needed? A fucking car. Why does that matter? 4/21, my birthday. Because people matter. Birthday. I just got that joke. When I was born was the number just then. Because it's important. Life is important. Your internal systems in the inner world is just as expansive as every single shape, form, and color you see around you. It's amazing. Yet most of you are walking around, and if I were to have a drawing of what you've so far figured out about your inner world, it'd be like a flat fucking 2 different color picture. It'd be all blue, and you're like, this color's when it's good, this one's bad. I'm over here, I can sit here and tell just by my internal systems whether you're lying, telling the truth, where you hid something, whether you murdered somebody. Like, I can get in-depth information you wouldn't fucking believe, dude. I'm telling you. Because I'm working on it. But that's the point. First and foremost, feel good all day. So when somebody's trying to get you to feel disappointed, that means they don't give a shit about who the inside of you. And likely, because of the way it's playing out, it's probably some dumb outside of you thing that happened, and that's why they're trying to get you to feel disappointed. I don't care if you fucked up an airplane. Unless the airplane exploded with people's lives in it, doesn't matter. If people died and they're trying to get you to be disappointed, this is an extreme example, but did you know that you couldn't fucking kill somebody unless they were meant to die? Now, you might say, what about school shootings and shit like that? That's a collective event. Events like that are collective. Trust me, the day you think a thought about going and getting a gun, you could just get shot and be stopped. But if events play out, everything is the sum total of what you put into it. Don't try to get all fucked up about it, because it is fucked up. I don't want to see people exploding or, bombs or school shootings. Those kids you may say don't deserve to die. Guess what? They're kids. You were in school. Some of the hardest and most brutal time of your life was probably when you were in school. Therefore, you're putting out what kind of vibes? Right. I know. That's why it's so fucked that you live in a world where you go through fucking 12 grades of school and they never talk to you about emotions or feelings or how to process with your mind information. They don't go over any of it. They don't even talk to you about emotional scales or anything at all, which is the brainwashing. The fact that we made it sound more important that some motherfucker sailed across the ocean in whatever the fuck date. That's more important than me understanding my emotions as the individual that is me? The fuck? So, I'm here to tell you that anybody that wants you to feel disappointed is really just attacking your emotional stance. And that's why I say, watch what happens when you try to feel better now all day long. 4, 3, 5, 2. 2, 3, 4, 5. You'll be taking steps. It's difficult. Do you think they got me today? Fuck no. I wrecked a $200,000 18-wheeler. That didn't get me. This won't get me. Nope. Can't get me. And at that time, when that happened, thank God I helped out those 2 Native Americans. I'm not going to feel bad today. I helped out 2 people. You gave, a ride to 2 homeless bums drinking alcohol a few hundred miles through a desert. Congratulations. But you wrecked a $200,000 truck. That isn't equal. Yes, it is. Better. I helped out 2 people. You're not convincing me that this 18-wheeler with all this material that I wrecked. Like, bro, I'm a Taurus. And I'm a Cancer rising. My 18-wheeler is my home. It's my truck. It's my vehicle. It's my home. I'm the captain of this ship. It's called shipping for a reason. You know, it's really easy for me to lose my self-respect and all this shit. Guess what? Same motherfuckers in my family who felt disappointed in me my whole life, they weren't approving of, they weren't, I can't even think of the word, congratulatory of my success becoming a trucker. And that story they probably didn't hear, but when I quit, they were disappointed again. Disappointed. That's all they're going to see. Because that's all they put out is disappointment. So they can only deal with more disappointments. Therefore, the more magic that happens in my life, they just can't fucking see it. They watched a bitch stand right next to me. Watched me as I just voodoo on you. Like, I point my hands at this one bitch, and then a box hits her in the fucking head, and she's the only one without a helmet. Like, that's happening to you. It's happening to me. But the things that I am not aware of are at high levels that I'm not at yet. And I'm still good. And that's why I'm always learning. That way one day I can see, whoa, that too. And you should be aware that you don't know what you don't know. So when I tell you you're doing this shit, guess what? You can go, no, I ain't. No, I went through it today. This happened. That. Guess what? You were doing this shit. There was a dark entity that went right past you and went into somebody's fucking head. Somebody else next to you just got attacked spiritually, probably, and you're doing this shit. There was literally entities walking right by you, past you. You don't know shit. I know I've dealt with entities where I know they thought I was gonna just get fucked with while I was sleeping, get choked out in my sleep and wake up going, it was all a dream. Nope. And when I called it out, those forces started being like, fuck, he knows. And it started playing out differently because now because I accepted that did happen. So I can see it now. Therefore, I'm at that next level. This barrier, when you can see it, oh, now you're here. So then the next one comes up, you got to do that again. And if you keep doing that, now I can always see. You see what I'm saying? Don't get stuck behind no stupid-ass obstacle. Be distracted your whole life thinking you're... No. Go out. Feel good. I got to end this video. It's too long. You got to go out and enjoy your day. Feel good no matter what. I love you guys. Keep fucking rocking it. You're not a disappointment. You're awesome.